Whoops. I did not mean to go live. That was an accident, actually. All right. So we're going to be reviewing the footage that we just got. Me and Dandy both went home. And I'm trying to actually get Dandy in here right now. He'll be jumping in here. And we're going to review the footage from earlier. So, did not mean to go live, but I'm not going to stop it now. So, you're going to have to bear with me. Sorry for the unpolished live stream. There's Dandy. Block your camera, Dandy. Not that it matters.
Well, I'm indisposed, so.
Well, I'm actually live already on accident. I didn't mean to do that, but anyway, so I'm already live. So now I need to set things up here, get the live stream going. Sean Hufford was first. Hey, Sean, what's up? All right, let me set up my screen, and I haven't even copied the files over yet. Wow, that was a little premature. Sorry, everyone. My bad. So, y'all are just going to have to wait a second. I'm moving as fast as I can, I promise. Okay. My photos back up. Need to copy the images over to my photos back up. I meant to do that before I started the live stream. Alrighty then. Hey, everybody in the chat. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to focus there for a second. I have to get things set up here. I accidentally went live. Did not mean to do that. I was actually just trying to set it up to get Dandy in here. But once I went live, I figured I can't stop. So there's my screen. I'll go ahead and present that to everyone. And I've got my files sitting right here. Or my SD cards, I should say. I'm not even sure which one's which here. Okay, this is the P1000, I think. No, this is the P900. This is the IR stuff. Okay. Okay, so we'll move that over to my photos back up. Let's create two of these windows. My photos backup is here. Picture.
Sean Hufford asks, any chance of doing an overlay of the I'm assuming 1000 and the P900 NIR images?
Oh, sure. We could do that. I would know how to do that better in iMovie. I'm not real sure how to do it. Maybe, I guess I got to open Photoshop. Maybe we should use Sean in here. Sean, you want to jump in here? I'll just send you some images.
Flat Earth Math says, whatever you do, do not invite Sean Hufford. That guy eats all the chip dip. So I guess we keep inviting.
Okay, this is what I'll do. I will get a share link, or I'll get a join link. I'll drop it into our little chat, Sean, that all of us are in. Whoever wants to join can join. That's fine. If you don't want to join, that's fine too. I have to stop sharing my screen for a second so I don't give away any of our shield technology. And where is Sean's? Here it is. Here's the chat. Somebody wants to join, they can jump in there.
Soundly, do you have Photoshop?
I do have Photoshop now, yes. I'm not very good at it.
Okay. I could walk you through some of the most common things that you'd probably want to do.
Let's create a new folder here. How do I do that? There we go. Okay. 2018. What is it? October 26th. Is that right? 27?
I think it's the 27th today.
I'm here for all of your dip.
Welcome, Sean. Thanks for joining.
How you doing, Sean?
Nice to talk. Nice to actually finally hear your voice there, Dandy.
I've been on a few of these. I thought I was on one with you like a year ago.
I don't recall ever being on one with you in the Hangout. Just, I think I've seen you with Soundly, but I've never actually talked directly with you.
Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Same.
I'm just, I started too early. I'm trying to not have a lot of dead air now. I'm not doing a very good job.
Well, just to fill up some air, dealing with the near infrared modification you did to your P900.
Yeah.
What's really nice about that is it effectively makes the camera black and white, which means that it gets really crisp images compared to a color.
And speaking of that, I actually put the camera in monochrome.
Yeah.
Because I hated the pink. The pink was terrible. So I put it in. It is actually all my footage is black and white. So let me copy this over, and we can look at it here in a second. I took one video in pink later, just to have it. I don't know why, but it was terrible.
Because you could.
Yeah, because I could. Okay, so
how did the live hangout turn out?
I only caught about 10 minutes of it because I was on break when you went live.
Yeah, it was kind of rough, but it was all right.
But yeah, I mean, the trip, I actually caught it when you're doing the whole binoculars thing, and that just sucks in general just because of how you got to hold everything.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, in person, those binoculars are nice, man. Like, actually being able to look through the optics and see it with your own eyes, it's really nice. Much better than the view screen. Okay. So my next step, I've already got this one done. Eject that. Okay. Next card. So that was the P900. Maybe I should just create separate folders. That would be a good idea. So let me just create a P900 folder here. P900. And move these files into there. Just keep them separate. Okay, which one is this one that I just put in? Which one is this? I had to switch cards at one point. Oh, this is all P1000 stuff, so I have to find the one from today. Here we go. 1027. Where is it? 1027. Okay. New folder. P1000.
PE1, really big lens.
Yeah, exactly. PK. Yeah. P1K. It's the P1K.
Scott Meyer hasn't missed much of anything because Soundly went live a little early. I hear that's a recurring issue, but
yeah, I haven't been doing very well with the live streams lately. It's been kind of a dead air thing. I'm trying to get a more formalized format going here, but I just haven't polished it off yet. It's just a practice thing.
Notes help.
What's that?
Notes, like little bullet points that you definitely want to
get.
I've
had some good ones. I've had some good live streams. I'm going to have some interviews coming up pretty soon, hopefully. I'd like to get this Richard guy on here, the space tourist.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to get him on here. Been talking to him in emails, so it's just a matter of him committing to a date at this point. He seems interested. anyway.
Is that the guy that actually paid like several $1 million just to go up for a flight?
Yeah, he went up for 2 weeks or
Oh,
11 days and something. Yeah. And yeah, he paid big money for that.
Isn't he like a game developer?
Yeah. Yep. I just saw him on a radio show in Austin. And I forget the name of the show now, but I saw him on a radio show in Austin, and he was debating a flat earther, and he used one of the pictures from the Metabunk website of the transmission lines. And I was like, hey, I'm pretty sure that's my photo that you used. You know, I'd like to get you some more. And he started up a dialogue right away. So,
wow, cool. Nice.
Yeah. Hello, everyone in the chat. I am slowly copying files over to my backup drive, and then I will review them as soon as they're done. Man, these are some 4K videos. That's why they're taking so long. Hopefully the next one's shorter. So I'm maxed out. I can't remember what memory card it was. It was either a P900 or the P1000. Well, of course, those are the only two I had, but maxed out one of my memory cards. SD cards.
Nathan Grant in chat said, man goes into space but still uses Sonley's pictures to show curvature. There's a reason for that, because flat earthers automatically dismiss anything from space automatically as CGI.
Yeah, it was amazing, actually. If you actually find this show, I'll look it up for you guys while we're waiting on these videos to copy over. Let me find it real quick. It was the Dudley and what was it? Dudley and Bob plus Mark or something like that. Come on. Who? And it is the Dudley plus Mark. Negative. Okay, let me find this daggum thing. Maybe I can,
Chris Kelling asked Nana if they survive movie night. Nobody survives movie night. You endure it. It's an endurance race.
Let me see if I can find this real quick. I just commented on Al K's video about this show. So if I find Al K's video here real quick. I'm passing it up. It's going to be right here. Here it is. Okay, so yeah.
Are there any flat earthers in the chat?
No, not yet.
It's the daily drive show in Austin, Texas, called Dudley and Bob plus Matt show.
For clarity, there's none that I recognize.
Here it is. KLBJ 93.7. This is the video here. And there's 3 different videos. And the guy's name is Richard Garriott. So Richard Garriott, and here is the video that I saw him in here. I'd like to get him on for a more formalized hangout. I say formal. It would be an informal hangout, but it'd be more structured hangout. It'd be a little bit better to listen to instead of watching me copy files over to my hard drive. So we'll go back. Okay, and now the next card is, let's eject this one. We got one more card. And this one is all from today. We just formatted it.
Whoa. Are you kidding me? He was one of the developers for Ultima 1 and 4?
All right, so this is P1000. So, this over.
Oh, wow. I was just trying to figure out what developer company he was working for. He's worked on all of the Ultima games. Sorry, nerd getting the better of me here.
That's okay. I don't know those games. I haven't played them.
You've never played any of the Ultima series? You are a failure as a nerd.
Apparently, I will have to play them so I can stop failing so hard.
If you can even get them to work anymore, they're old.
All right.
Looks like his newest game is from 2007. Yeah, that's his newest released game. Tabula Rasa. It's an MMORPG. I might have to look into that.
Okay, so where do we start? I guess I could start with the P1000 images from when we got there. Let me open this another tab so we have more real estate to work with.
I was actually going to suggest the P1000 first because even though it's the superior camera, Flat Earth is just all wet behind, just all goo goo gaga over IR stuff. So save that for last.
Okay. All right. Yeah, when we first got there, it's super foggy. This is P1. This looks like full magnification here. You can start seeing the turbulence in the air already. It's starting to clear up here. What time is this? This is 8:15. I got there around 7:05, I guess. It's a wide angle shot. Here, let's see what this looks like here. First video we got to play with. It's blending in. It's crazy. Wait, it won't let me make this larger. There we go. Okay, good enough. Yeah, the one thing about the P1000 is that the zoom is so much smoother. It's just slower too. It's like a better algorithm.
And you missed.
Yeah, I missed. Well, there's a lot of them like that where I'm just like lining it up. Pretty good shot.
Yeah, make sure you use that telephoto fisheye lens.
Here's another MP4. Now this one starts off zoomed in, so it's only 22 seconds. So I'm assuming it's just going to be a zoom out probably. Yeah, so this should give, the people that don't quite understand what they're looking at when they see something zoomed way in, and by people I mean flat earthers, but yeah, this is, should give you an idea of why it's so hard to wrap your brain around it, I guess, because how far we're looking, look how far away we're looking down here.
So, just a little bit.
Yeah, this is, this levee back here is like 7.5 miles away. And this is like 3.5 miles away, or 3 point. So I don't know. There's an exact number, 3.2 or something like that. This crossover is like in the halfway point from where I'm standing to the other end. So all of this back here, whenever we pull back, all of this from here to here, or even here. So from here all the way to where the bridge is, all of that is the same distance as all of this. So that should kind of help you to wrap your head around, oh, like that's a long ways. It's a long ass ways right there. And that's why you start seeing, that's why the curve looks, this is not something you really should have to explain to anybody. Look down the end of a pull cue and you can see how it looks more curved at the end, if it's bent. Pull cues are not straight. Seems like something that's pretty straightforward, and I have a hard time explaining it to people because it doesn't seem like it's all that foreign of a concept. That should give you some ideas. One of the things that's really cool about these shots that I think anyway, and Danny pointed out, is that this shadow, which is coming from this bridge here, is also got a curve in it. Which is actually interesting. I wonder how that matches up to the reflection, Dandy. Whenever we get into those reflection shots. No, it doesn't. It's not as easy to control in that little window right there. It keeps opening on my wrong screen. On the wrong screen, for some reason. All right, instead of playing all these, I'm just gonna scrub through them. Starting to clear up. Are you guys still there?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
Just
Trying to
scrub
get rid of the vibration. I saw people were complaining. I didn't realize that was coming through the chat.
like this. When you scrub through it, you can see just how much turbulence is going on there. It's amazing, actually. This line right here is interesting. Some sort of water line right there. High water line. All right, we've seen shots like this before. Let's just move forward.
I'm gonna say overexposed much?
Yeah. We've seen that before. Starting to get clear here. That's a better.
That was me. I was trying to. Yeah, that was a.
So, something interesting is that the format of the still frames is more rectangular. I mean, it's more square. It's like a square shape, but the MP4s are wide angle. It's pretty interesting, though. I mean, you could do some pretty cool, like high res or 4K time lapses with this camera for sure. Let me see this one real quick. See if it's anything different. Same
You can
stuff.
see the shadow really good.
Yeah, look at that shadow right there. That's pretty cool. You can actually see it moving. Look, Dandy. See it? This one? Until it's longer.
Yep. Sun moving.
What's really cool is the reflections. I like the shots with the reflections in them. Pretty much the same thing there. 7-minute one. 3-minute one. Shadows moving in each of those. A little more. Fog starting to clear up. Starting to get some nice reflections going. And this is what I really like, is these reflections right here, because it only makes sense on a curved surface.
Real quick, Soundly, how many of these shots did you actually go to maximum zoom optically for the camera?
I turned the digital zoom off. So
well, yeah, I mean, you always want to. But we have somebody in chat saying that you need to go to maximum zoom, but I think you've already shown shots of maximum zoom for the camera.
Every single video goes to maximum zoom. Who's saying that? It's silly.
Maryland Spirit Level.
Maryland Spirit Level. We went to maximum zoom, maximum optical zoom, and that's all that is needed. Digital zoom is a waste of, just a waste of hard drive space, SD card space. It doesn't make any sense to do digital zoom whenever I can do it in any program I want to do it in.
Yeah, just crop it.
Yeah, exactly. Just crop it in iMovie if I want to do digital zoom.
That's from the other side.
Yeah, this is the other side, and there's some cool shots in here. Gotta find them. There's one video that's super long. And it's hard. It was actually hard to make sense out of what was going on from the other side, because the sun was glaring right on the view screen. It was very hard for me to not touch it and also
7:30.
It's 10:10 a.m. and it is 59 seconds. Okay.
I was gonna say you just have there's that 7:30 second one.
Let's see what's going on here.
I can see my car.
So we had some videos where Dandy actually took some white objects and waved them around. I can see Dandy walking right now. Dandy's actually like right here, and he's walking with something down to the boat ramp, bottom of the boat ramp. Walk to the left there a little bit. Can you guys make that out?
I don't think so.
Play at normal speed.
It's actually, I think it. Yeah, okay, I'll play it normal speed. That's fine. You guys can't hear desktop audio right now, can you? Hold on.
No.
Let me fix that. Can you hear it now?
No.
No.
Huh?
No. Yeah, I see him walking down the ramp now.
You can't hear the desktop?
No, but we can see him walking down the ramp. Now you got to remember when it's in Hangouts, though, it's like losing like 4 out of 5 frames. You put chat in the other window or the other screen.
I don't know why it's not. It should be working. You should be able to hear desktop audio right now. Oh, well. I'll just mute it then, so I don't hear it.
No, Maryland Spirit levels. The infrared stuff will be coming in a little bit. We're just doing regular P1000 stuff now.
So
yep, he's going to the left. Yeah, I see him.
Here's Dandy right here.
And I just lost him into the shadows of whatever that was over there. And he's,
yeah, I'm just going to keep my mouse
he's coming
around.
back waving something white.
Yeah. I think he had some box lids or something. What was it, Dandy?
Some box tops.
But you didn't use a laser, so it's automatically debunked. Oh, he just went... Dude, he just went across the water line. To the right.
No. This is a boat right here. Dandy's right here. This truck, though, look. Let's back that up. Watch that truck while I scrub through real quick. See the truck putting a trailer down into the water?
Yep.
And that trailer, so you can obviously see there's some blur going on right there. Some type of, I don't even know what that is. I guess it's just an inferior mirage, but it's definitely some haze going on right there.
Now, how high up the levee are you on this one?
I'm all the way at the top of the levee at this point. So I'm trying to look down. I'm trying to see the very bottom. That's what I'm trying to do.
Right.
But it turns out that I can't see the very bottom. Now, it might be due to this inferior mirage going on right here. I don't know.
Was that somebody walking with a bright orange jacket?
Yeah, there's somebody
that
walking.
brown in the center is some vegetation growing out of the water.
Oh, this is the vegetation you were talking about. Oh, man, that sucks.
It's really clear in the binoculars.
Now, the question is, does that vegetation go all the way across or just in the center?
It's just in the center.
It's just in the center. You can kind of see where the horizon's right up in here somewhere.
So yeah, for future reference, if you ever go back, I'd stick to one side or the other, but I'd avoid center shots.
From this side, there's not really that option because there's so many trees and stuff. I'm actually splitting trees.
We'd have to cut them down, and
yeah, they wouldn't appreciate that.
No,
they probably wouldn't even care, to be honest.
Well, if they turn up missing, it wasn't me.
Who took my trees
in the middle of the night?
I hear you, Danny.
I got arrested in high school for cutting down some trees.
So, Sean, I started the P1000 recording, right?
Right.
on a tripod, on my telescope tripod. So a tripod that's rated for way higher than the weight of the P1000. And this shake is simply from the cars driving by on the freeway. It's like, once you get out there that far, dude, there's just nothing you can do about it. It's crazy. But just a reminder, this is 3.2 miles from boat ramp to this crossover right here. That's a long ways. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, the vegetation being there kind of sucks. I did want to see. So that guy in the orange jacket right here does something interesting pretty soon. Now you can see that boat right there. You see this boat right down here?
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the guy with the orange jacket. Let's go on to the next video. I really wish I knew where it was.
That one's only 1 second long. That one's got no duration. 350.
I think it was a lot longer video. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. The vegetation is not there.
Oh, gee, where'd it go?
So this is when I went all the way down to the very bottom. I didn't realize the vegetation was in the way higher up, but it's not even there here on this one. And now there's that same boat with those guys that I pointed out earlier.
Mm-hmm.
They're just behind the horizon. You see it here?
Yep. It's Jesus.
Yeah. He's walking on water, man.
He's going to give everybody a fish.
Try. Dandy. Here it is.
There it is.
There it is right there. All right. So these guys are sitting behind the horizon. And then you'll see the guy with the orange jacket that was putting his boat in that previous video. He's going to come up over the horizon in his boat in a second here. It's a good thing you can't hear desktop audio because I'm smacking my gum into the microphone. Terrible.
There he is on the right.
There he is. So there's another Jesus. And he actually drives around the vegetation, avoids the vegetation.
Oh, there's his boat.
His boat pops up. So yeah, I would think during the winter this would be a cool place to do over the horizon observations, like a boat over the horizon. I think you could actually pull it off with one of these little speedboats. Oh, why did I stop the video there? Or did I?
Because you were running out.
Oh no, it just went over to the next video because it went to 4 gigabyte or something like that limit. Yeah, that's what it is. So here's the next. This is just the P1000 doing this part, splitting the video.
Oh, that water's so smooth.
Yeah, as soon as we can get to a time of year when we can get rid of all or most of the turbulence, it's going to be nice. I don't think we can get rid of all of it though, man. To be honest, it's a lot of concrete right there. So yeah, there's a guy coming over the horizon in between two curving bridges that are tracing out the curving water.
One.
Fun times. And just more JPEGs like you guys have seen a million times now. Little Tensas Bayou curving over the horizon.
Did you go back under the bridge?
I did go under the bridge, yeah. It's kind of
you almost didn't.
Yeah, I almost didn't because I wasn't thinking. But Dandy goes, "Did you go under the bridge?" And I was like, "Thank you for reminding me." This is a very interesting observation period. I mean, I love these under the bridge shots. They kind of like blow your mind a little bit just stand there looking at it. I don't know why it opens up on the other screen. That's so stupid. Oh, did anybody else get a little dizzy right there? That always just blows my mind, man.
Well, like I said, we're getting about 1 frame out of every 5 on the Hangout, so
Man.
we don't get the same effect you're having to deal with.
I must have to put these out on YouTube. All right. Okay, that's all the P1000 shots. Let's go and look at the P900 near infrared. Just the contrast of these shots is what I love. I mean, it's good contrast. And I'll point out again that the near infrared curves over the horizon, as you would expect. There's no magic to it other than the cool effect of like stuff like this. I mean, all the trees look white, the water's black. I mean, it is pretty trippy. It's pretty neat. That's for sure. All right, I think this is a zoom. This might be one of those lining it up type zooms. Yeah, that's a terrible one. Get rid of that one. Do a little zoomed in. Okay. This one's probably it. Let's see. Nope, still lining it up.
You got the digital zoom on that one?
I think I did on that one, yeah. Yeah, I have it turned on an accident, and the only reason why I have it turned on is because whenever I took the camera apart, it reset all the settings. Didn't think about it afterwards. Okay. I tried to avoid actually going over it once I realized what was going on. You can clearly see there's a lot more shake in the P900, and I didn't even have I had the stability turned off the P1000. So the P1000 sitting on the same exact tripod is actually even more stable, even without the stabilization turned on. And it doesn't have that, what's it called, Sean? The way the image warps.
The wigglies?
What?
The wigglies?
Yeah, the wigglies, but it's part of that. What's it called?
Rolling shutter.
It's rolling shutter. That's exactly what it is. It's rolling shutter without moving the shutter. It's a vertical version of rolling shutter.
Well,
it's still
even vertical is still called rolling shutter.
Yeah, it's still rolling shutter. Yeah.
In fact, most cameras do use vertical rolling shutter.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that little shake that you see is due to the camera moving a little bit while the shutter's scanning.
Right.
Is it just me, or is that IR footage pretty cool looking?
It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. All right, this is where I went into the pink. So this is what you see without putting it in monochrome and without adjusting any of the colors.
No, technically it's still monochrome. It's just monochrome
right.
lavender.
So, exactly. So this is what you see just straight out of the box if you put it in automatic mode. This is what it looks like. This pink color. And to me, it I don't know. It's kind of irritating, that color. I don't know why. It makes me see red.
Then you're colorblind.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said you're colorblind.
Should I have said it makes me see infrared?
Yeah. That would be infra purple.
That is purple. All right, so that's what infrared looks like, everybody. There you go. It still looks curved. There's not any magic to it. There's no reason to think that there should be magic to it. Anybody that does just doesn't know the basics of how lightweights work, I guess. I mean, it's not going to not curve. It's the geometry you're looking at. I don't know what they're thinking. And the guy that's on there, the Jay Tolan guy that's talking about,
Seeing thousands
of miles. It's completely ridiculous. So he's like pointing at some blurry thing. Of course, this is what they always do. They find some blurry and ambiguous object to look at, and then they say it's something that proves flat Earth, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Whoa, what was that? Back up. You had something on the left side of the screen just kind of fall down real slow.
Oh, yeah.
That a leaf?
Ghost. An orb. Yeah, it looks like a leaf.
It's just so weird to see, foliage be white because it reflects like all infrared light only.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? That's it. We are at the end. And I haven't looked at a single thing in chat. Have you guys looked at it?
I've been watching this Maryland spirit level say a lot of weird stuff about how it's all a mirror.
Hello, everyone.
I only see mirrors.
It's funny how it's amazing how I don't, not to say that Merrill's doing it, but a lot of flat earthers are like, your footage is crap, man. Your footage is crap. Go look at so and so's footage, and it's always like ranty or.
Well, it's funny because
Nathan, or one of these videos that are like a blurry mess and you can't see anything.
Well, what's funny is since this Tolan guy started doing his IR stuff, they're like, well, why don't Globers ever use infrared? Here you are showing curvature with infrared.
Look, let me tell you something. From the time that I found out that this guy was doing infrared to the time I turned my camera into infrared was probably a matter of a couple of weeks. So, I mean, sorry I didn't do it the day he did it. My bad.
Well, no, I mean, before it was, well, why don't you do all these observations with the P1 or P900? Everybody went and got a P900. You start making observations. Oh, that's just all fake.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jay Tolan came around. It's like, why aren't you doing all this stuff in infrared? You got infrared, and you started to do infrared shots. So what's going to be the next goalpost moving?
That's all I do, dude. That's all I do is move goalposts all the time.
You forget. You keep going out on days it's not calm. Here's like one of the calmest. Look at the water.
Dude, I'm actually. This is all East Shore. I'm missing. Where's the West Shore P900 stuff?
Different card?
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, didn't you fill the card?
But that would have been this card. No, it wouldn't have been this card. It would have been this card. I don't understand. I'm missing footage here. Where is it?
It might have been the footage that showed the bridges were straight and level.
Flat and level.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I meant, flat and level.
I'm really confused at the moment.
I just like how flat and level mean the same thing. So apparently all cars or bicycles or motorcycles are all either rolling uphill or downhill constantly. I don't get it, you know.
All right, so this is the one I replaced it with here. Process elimination here. Oh no, dang it! I didn't mean to. Thank you. I didn't mean to eject it. I don't want to eject it anyway. I want to eject this one. Okay, so this is the one I replaced it with. This is the one that was in the P1000 for sure. So this has to be. This one has to be it. Is it maybe this folder? Oh.
Aha.
That's in another folder. Okay.
Oh, yeah, the secret files.
Hold on. Let me go back.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait. Go back to those. Go back to those because remember, one of the key points of using an IR filter is it cuts out all haze.
Except for fog. Oh, wait. What?
It lets you see through all of the atmospheric blockage.
Yeah, that's not true. So just to clarify that point, there are multiple different types of refraction. This is what I was reading about IR photography, which I've not done before, so I'm just now learning about it. But apparently, IR photography is best done at a high altitude, which is why airplane shots with IR photography do, in fact, like clear opaques. And it's that some third type of refraction that gets cleared up, but there's two other types of refraction that get cleared up by raising your altitude.
Now, a word of advice, silently, because I'm pretty sure you've probably already done this. Don't point the camera at your wife.
Why is that?
Because with an IR filter off, you can actually see body heat through clothing.
Oh, God. Well, maybe I should point. What? I didn't say that.
Yeah, that's why there's actually a federal regulation saying that, you know, out of the factory, all cameras have to have an IR filter.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because people were using them as X-ray cameras.
That's crazy.
So don't point it at your wife, please, or people walking down the street.
Okay, so we do have a handful more to look at here. Let's see, what's this? About 30 more pics and movies. You know what made me realize that I didn't have all of them was remember I was filming with the IR camera whenever that gator swam by.
That was a gator?
Pretty sure it was a gator. Yeah.
I just remember that, like, just a few seconds after I started watching, I saw something flip it out of the water. I couldn't tell if it was a gator or just a big fish.
No, yeah, they have fish that flip out of the water, but then you'll see like a wake going across the water, and if it's big enough, you're pretty sure it's a gator. They have small wakes with little snakes and stuff. But that was a pretty.
It's like the top of their head and then their snout, the end of their snout sticks up. I got to cut it short, guys. I got to go.
All right, bro.
Sorry, Dandy.
All right, Dandy.
It's all right.
You see, what it was is I gave him ideas about the IR camera, so now he's got to go.
I'll catch back up with you later.
All right, Dandy. Later.
All right, see you later.
I'm going to wrap it up just with these pictures anyway. I mean, I don't have much more to show.
Scott Meyer had a question that I cannot answer. He heard that removing the IR filter cuts actually fouls up autofocus.
It does seem to screw around with autofocus, but the autofocus does work, but not as well. I'm not sure what the difference is exactly. Might have to do with their algorithm. I don't know. But
well, I think it's more to do with the fact that the IR filter actually does have some thickness to it, and that changes the focal length. And since it's basing focus on distance rather than what it's actually seeing, I can see that being a problem.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what caused it.
That's speculation on my part. I don't know the algorithm that it uses for autofocus in the P900.
It does still work, but it's not as efficient. That's for sure. I have noticed that. So this is all early morning fog.
Yeah, the IR filter is supposed to cut all that out.
Yeah.
It clears up all that haze.
Clear up a little bit. 830. This looks like it might be a decent one. So this one's digital. This has digital zoom on it.
Yeah. You can see it around the edges.
I bet the next one is going to be zooming in and
out. Scott says that IR focuses at a different point. I can see that too, actually. Different wavelength. So yeah, curvature with an IR filter.
Yeah, definitely the contrast is cool. I mean, it's definitely a cool aspect of it that there's this cool contrast that you can, see now. You can see things a little differently. Like I was saying earlier, I have this brown mat that sits in my welcome mat sits in front of my door. And at some point it had some words on it. I could tell because there's like a partial word in the top right corner, but it's all been like worn off from usage. And I took the IR camera and pointed it at it, and it plain as day said Merry Christmas on it. I was like, wow, that's cool. So there are some cool things about the IR photography I definitely have enjoyed so far. But as we all knew, it's not going to magically turn the globe into a flat plane. And it seems like this is what we're always doing. We're always just responding to these ridiculous claims.
Well, that's because as their claims get debunked, they have to make up new ones that, it's a reactionary situation.
Yeah, exactly. That's some pretty good footage right there. I mean, it's nice and stable. Pretty clear. Yeah, I like it. So I did buy an L bracket for my telescope mount, which is why these shots are about a bazillion times more stable, because I'm not even touching the camera. I'm using an external control to control the mount. Much better in the way of a...
Poncho is going to be very, very interesting with that camera, by the way.
What, with the IR camera?
Yeah.
Why? What do you suspect? It's going to be like black, the water?
It's going to be... Well, it's not going to be blue, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, it should be really, 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 really dark.
You know what? I just realized I was playing this video on the screen. You guys weren't even watching it. Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know you were playing a video.
Okay. Let's do this again. All right, there we go. So this is about 2 minutes of this. Nice contrast, stable.
Back up a little bit. I saw that the pylon light's actually on during the day.
I don't think so.
In the way in the background on the right, huge ass tower. It looks like the light's blinking every now and then. Yeah, the lights are blinking.
Oh yeah, right here. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the one on the right just went off.
Didn't even notice that. Yep.
I never knew those things actually stayed blinking all the time. I thought they shut off during the day.
I wonder if could that be an IR?
I think so. Well, your IR filter's obviously picking it up.
It has to be IR.
Yeah, see, it just blinked again.
Yeah, but it could also be visual light. Right, it could actually be a light, right?
Yeah, during the day, though, I've never seen one of those things light up before.
Oh, interesting. You can see some fish jumping around in the foreground.
So yeah, IR teaches me something new.
Mm-hmm. I did see something interesting the other night. The neighbor had it. So across the street from me is very dark. There's some neighbors' houses, but when all the lights are off, it's pretty dark. And I'm looking over a fence at this guy's backyard, and it's pitch dark with my eyes. But they have one tree that looks like it's lit up like a Christmas tree in the IR. but visual light is dark. It's like, why are they have to have some type of IR light on it on purpose.
Yeah, that one on the left's actually got lights at the top and some in the middle too.
Yep. Definitely kind of mesmerizing. All right, let's move on to another video.
There's that vegetation. Well, there was. Yeah, right there, the dark spot in the center. Right between the legs of the bridge.
Yeah, but if it was vegetation, wouldn't it be lit up? It's in the shade.
It's in the shade. It's not reflecting any light.
Yeah.
Not direct sunlight.
Okay.
I mean, even if you look at the trees, go back to that last picture. Yeah, look at the trees on the left. You'll see that the parts that are in shadow aren't white.
Right.
Because they're not reflecting all infrared wavelengths.
Right. I'll just flip through these real quick. Turn it into a long hangout.
It's IR. It's worth it. Who was that?
I think that was Dandy. So these shots are the ones that I keep bringing up because I really like them. This reflection, the reflection of the top rail right here, it's just not symmetrical. You know, of course it's not going to be because the surface is curved, but that to me is like the most direct evidence that, hey, the surface itself is actually curved. Because they always want to say, well, the bridge is curved, but the water's flat. No, well, no, it's not. Here it is. You know, the water is curved.
Do you actually zoom in on that? Yeah, it the shat or the reflected curve is still going the same direction, just not as quickly.
Exactly.
So even the reflection's curving down.
Yeah. And like, just turn your head a little bit there, you know, like look at it. It's just not symmetrical. It's like the whole thing's bent. Everything's bent. The surface of the water's bent. Clear as day. Clear as IR. They do add a little bit of a dramatic mood, you know, like these shots.
Well, when it comes to these shots, every flat earther, all they hear is wee, 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 wee.
Yeah. I closed it on accident. I was trying to close the video instead I closed the...
Right.
Now, where was I? All the rest of them pretty much the same. Not much difference.
Yeah, you definitely got to bring that modded camera up to Chicago.
Love to.
Because just in case we get another Superior Mirage, you know, since, you know, they think IR cuts through all that, just to show the Mirage in IR.
Yeah, actually, I think I have some Mirages in here even. The Mirages don't get cut by IR. I don't know what you're thinking. It doesn't even make sense.
It's called argument from ignorance.
What? If you're going to claim something, you have to at least think you know what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, you would think.
Just to claim something that you have no idea about makes no sense. Why is this video not opening? What? Here. I'll open this instead. We can't see it in this one. You can see it in this video, I'm pretty sure. Where is it? It's one of the lower down videos. I think it's this one. It's like QuickTime's broke or something now all of a sudden. It literally won't open it.
Wow.
I'm not responding. Why is QuickTime not responding?
I couldn't tell you.
What is it?
Oh, Kaiser just said Fleur IR cam. FLERIR. Well played, Kaiser. Well played.
Fleur cam.
No, it'd be a Fleur cam.
Fleer and Fleur. Fleer. It's a Fleur.
Fleurir.
Fleer. It's a Fleur.
Because people are talking about FLIR cameras.
Yes.
You know, I don't think flat earthers know what FLIR stands for.
Sean, I don't think they know what a lot stands for. And then they look up the definition and totally bork it.
The Flazier cam would be something that Flat Out invents. And he can't show those videos on YouTube.
Okay, yes. So I don't know what happened, but QuickTime is not responding to me, and this is one of those on and off again situations. I don't know why. Maybe VLC will play it for me.
It's not a 4K, so we shouldn't have a problem.
It's not working either.
Oh, neat.
There it goes. Okay. So there is some mirage. It's either mirage or reflection. I'm not sure which one it is, but there's stuff going on down there. I really doubt you're going to somehow not have a mirage. It doesn't even make sense. I need somebody to explain that to me if that's the truth. It's a magic trick, dude. I'm pulling a boat out of the wall.
That proves it's CGI, man.
See, I could totally see that happening.
And they did say that your live stream was CGI'd because, you know, bad bit rate and guys, you know, fast moving people running around with bicycles.
Oh, yeah. You remember that? That was such nonsense. Oh, which is pretty much this whole domain.
Welcome to Flat Earth.
Yes, exactly. Proof it's CGI. Where'd this guy come from? Oh, my God.
Proof of electrolysis.
Proof you never owned a satellite dish when it was raining. Pretty much it. That's my last video there.
Okay.
So it was a fun day. It was a nice day, pretty day. But now it's time to get ready for a Halloween party. So shutting it down. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks Sean for stopping by. I appreciate that.
Always fun.
And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.